You were at Rants Incorporated, where I rant about whatever my $10 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for B Mills 796, who says, "You still owe me a rant from last month." Oh, you and a lot of people, buddy. Anyway, rant about Otakuking69. Here are some of his videos. Depending on what speed you watch the videos at, you might be able to get through all of them. If you watch the videos at 1x speed, I can't get through the whole playlist, shuffle it. I did watch them all at 1.25 speed. So Otaku King what were the numbers? 69. Otakuking69 is an anti-tuber, I guess, but also a social commenter. He talks sometimes in vlogs, usually wearing cosplay, usually of female characters, or in like edited, scripted videos about shows. And I'll say that I see potential here in the personality of Otaku King as a YouTuber, in that the willingness to wear these cosplays, you know, to be kind of brazen on camera, to even speak your mind about the things you talk about in these videos is a good start. However, on the subject of what is discussed in these videos, I will say, you gotta stop reading so much of the fucking red pill, man. Like, there's a lot of these videos are basically like quoting, like, you know, stuff that you would read on 4chan or on the red pill. And it's like you wholeheartedly believe those very, like, specific ideas that could not possibly be applicable in every situation, you know? It's sort of like the red pill has a tendency to focus on like, let's say that women tend to be more emotional than men, right? And therefore, anytime a woman acts emotional, it's like, ah, yes, a woman being true to her gender role. And it's like, okay, well, women being more emotional than men could even just simply mean that 20% of men are emotional and 25% of women are emotional. You know, obviously it's not literally like that, but I'm just saying that, like, that is what those statistics, that kind of vague phrasing can be used to mean. But to apply that to the extremely specific scenarios is just like this over-reliance on thinking that, like, the red pill worldview is, like, definitive, that, like, seeing everything through that lens is a correct way of viewing the world. And anybody who quotes that heavily from, like, the source that they get their philosophy from, I'm not going to take that seriously, just because, you know, reality is more nuanced. All of these different philosophies are created in an effort to understand the world, but none of them is correct. And in order to really develop an understanding of the world, you need to consume every different type of philosophy you can find and pick out all the elements that make the most sense to you to develop your own philosophy, your own personal outlook, and, you know, then you're more capable of offering something unique in commentary to the world, you know? It's sort of like if you're just making videos about viewing anime through the lens of the red pill, anybody who views things through that same lens, anybody who's read the red pill, could do the same thing watching the show, making the same kind of, you know, judgments about it. And I guess if that's the audience you're trying to reach, then fine. But I just consider that to be such a, like, a boring perspective, you know? Not to say that the perspective of these videos is entirely boring, because there is a lot of unique takes on cosplay and convention culture, and, you know, while a lot of it is hung up in kind of anti-SJW whatever, there are still some interesting points that are made throughout these videos. There's some videos I didn't disagree with at all, you know, about, like, for instance, like, who should do cosplay, essentially, and what it means, you know, to be an ugly cosplayer and things like that. I thought those videos, you know, made fair enough points. And again, I appreciate vlogging in costume. Otaku King also seems very young, and like he has not seen very much anime. He's literally said something about having seen like 26 shows, so dramatically lacking in perspective on the medium, so not probably somebody I would readily come to for like anime perspective content. Although, you know, obviously has a lot more involvement in the cosplay and con scene, so, you know, he has more of an ability to speak on that. But you know, overall I'd say keep on making videos, man, but, like, dive into more schools of thought than simply the red pill.